Mame ma waten na me ma wakwaba eha ye Adom TV enne memne da anopai ebraso se na watwe dwumadie ye deba na edu ne se ya na ye hwe nsama hodo etwagu ye na watwe ne nyina mu na ye yimu mienu miensa bi de atena se na ya hwe ne nkomodie ene se de anoyie no ekọ edefa ediya meje so ene abena pokoa ahwenne na enne anopai nsema ye behwe no ye bekọ eye framantemu mantam mansimi ensa ya akosobo da mampanyifo bi enso ne se bi nsene enya sunsuaso bone ewo wo so na ya hye aban anamu a wotu no anopa ye bisa ese no wano no eye aban ene omanfo na di ne yie mpempenso ye wo mu yie na ye ne hyan na kwa ebedi nkomo makwa kire ho akohwe se de aniomate adofo de nioma ekonyina no ye bedi mu nkomo e de amaum eno achinso no Justice William Atuguba kane no na oyetemuafo no ewo Supreme Court na tesi waba na homegiem wode nsem bi atudwa na watwe mu kirese eba no oman yi atemu adwumako na enuma bi enkoyie enuma bi sese ne naso ya wo kirese atemu adwumako no ebefa ne ntuma pafura na tumia the executive no ewo judiciary no so no ewo se no ekofom kakra ne nyina so no eyedien wakasa e de fa temu bi eba ye Supreme Court e de ye adwuma no wakasa de fa ho ye behwe no bi na ya boboso e de ma ho eno chi enne na ayiyo kese ekoso ga manye wokwakura na nanom atena se e de amamani amane egu akwan so eno behwe akromu fa bi no kran ha se no ayedi asenkra ebi enam honom ye bekọ na sede ayiyo ne ehyehe etie ne sede ekoso no yabo eno so emu amane nti ensem yensen na nopai ye bedi mu nkomo edi amawo na eye live nso ewo asempa 94.7 Facebook live joining now the comment little one ma ye beken kan edi amawo edi ameje so ene abena pokoa ahwenne mabedwafo aye kradom ye ntwa ye ho emra ye ba meda wo madi na afen nkomo no ye di ahyase Mame ma wakwaba Nnawotwi dwumadie na ogusoa wo hye no Adom TV asempa 94.7 na Dr. Shine kwa pato eka doctor Adom newsroom doctor medase wabeka mensa ewo ha ye di kan na ya hye akosobo ensuo na mpanyifo bi ye no na Shine bo amane se mantam ensia na se ye kasa omo akova omakohonom akohwe nsunsuanso ensuo no edi aba eye mantem benya de no mokoye oni nadmu empanyifo ene bossa entoyi Shine akwaba
enua
hoye
emi Adom
na boyemu mo hyase ebeben ehene fa ne hefa na mokomokoye so de na mo huye
aprobo no de ebe na hotwe mienu nie na nadmu penipa na najima pempe odi enim na omo start se omo bo apro na before that no na nadmu for abo omo nsesen ewo bia sa disaster esi edi kan mepe na ye bia ye nyina ye ni to ase ho no disaster na no hye pa afa efie schools ni ade ne padodo ana nsuo na form no na omo do so ye pa nti edi kan na omo edi kan abo omo nsesen ewo ho no ma openi Saji deputy director general de manadmu wono LED sa team na omo ho no omo hwe se wombema omo a omo ho akire omo ansu akọ omo fie a ese movie omo no ye hwe ne movie omo nyina free ho no ansen ahwe eden na edeba ma omo aduane be no mbedi eden no mbefura mo mbehia mosquito net no mo de sane am nyina aka ho nti efiri ho no na nadmu penimpa na najima pempe starting nto abo a nyina edi ekiri ye start be na Nnawotwi mienu ni ye hyase ehwe ewiemu a efa bebi a disaster na esi nyina ye de ebia wonam fom wonam wo hwe kwan ho obehu sensu na afade na mum se wo fa wiemu a na wo hu the extent of damage a disaster na cause metre emfuo a nsuo na agi aboso efia esisi nkofo efia o plot o agi o start esi o fia nsuo na agi aboso nti wonam wiemu a wo hu the clear picture of how damage a nsuo no cause nti na ye bofa about 6 regions ye start with Greater Accra of course ye call Volta region ye call Uti region ye call Bono East region ye call Savannah region na Eastern region nso abeka ho a ano aye hye pa videos a ebobo fi Afram Plains ni ade ba no
Afram Plains south ho
enya asem ketwa
kra community 25 kra oni nyina nso na me
ni nyina no omo adan no ye mad houses me share dot dan e na omo aye nti nsuo no ennom nti me sure say efiri na de koya mpanifo beso betu anamo a omo akọ no makodi omo mboa na metwe wa akọ etire bebia ye akoya fra Bono East ni ade ya ukọ Bono East Prompotem ho no ma ho no ye wo mo a wo mo ye nsuo ho adwuma ukoduru ye gia ye obi a ye fe ho Fanti Akwa Fanti Ekura ho no ye wo mo a wo mo ye nsuo ho adwuma wo mo ye nsuo so adwuma yi nam ni ade na wo mo akotena ho no nti wo mo ho no wo mo te ban nsuo no pe nti se nsuo no eto na edoso na ebro so pe ebetwa afa wo mo ho nyina nti eno kra enye de edikan esini nti wo mo aye wo mo adwen se wo mba move nkrofo na efiri honom aye wo hene a ewo krom honom na naka esisu se wo mbehwe no mo yi san nkrofo nyina efiri ho
yes wo mo ko reset wo mo ba bi
sa pepe
ba bi fu from wo makotena
because ho no nye permanent stay for them wo mo tena honom a de bia de ebesia ne se nsu be fa mo ne akoma mo niam no so emboa eni ntina na adom panifo ene omahene akase wo mbehwe no mo apensa ase no mo de san nkrofo na akọ asem de wo mi se nkrofo na so age atum
so mo betu
wo mbetu
okay
ntano ne de hia ne se asase are ready eden are ready na move wo mo kọ nti wo hwe Prompotem ho na nsu no ediboni ye pa nkrofo ne ntumi nkopo ne ade ugbowura oti nso enye different eno so mo a wo nsu na no ena afọ mo kese pa nti adetonfo na ade eno mo edi nkomo wo honom trese ese kra wo mo ntumi nkopo no mo akofa na mo aba mo so enya bi aton nti ama edwadie ni ade kra ewo fom ewo honom nti oti Prompotem ho no so nsuo afọ ho ye pa wo ba Greater Accra nso a Adom Prompotem honom eno so ye bia nsuo na afa ho ye pa hotels ana wo nsuo na no nyina akra no wo munya wo mo chefa nsuo ekọ mo honom na sese asem da wo mni se nsuo na astarte twetwen kakra ma me mfon wura mepe mepe na ye nyina attention donation ni ade nyina ekogina ye na mepe ne ye bebi a eho no disaster no hit wo mo ye pa efia kese wokọ ndwuma kese nkrofo a mo tilapia farms ni ade nsuo na afa ni nyina de kọ nti wo hwe eho no loss na ano ode ye pa nti ho ema wo kọ Nadmo for your honor say a honey holding center.
Okay.
Holding center near baby a bar, ya de nyama beba. Nadmo for bomb one session or ho, soldier for bomb one session or ho. Obi a bewo honum said a bear, or bet me a moving crop for a facilitating movement near Denina or into mobile holding center or most a year. Safe haven or honum na funny park over 1,400. Was safe haven or yes St. Kizito school honum.
Inti shine min chawano. The ye share a host say no. Just a munam wiem no. Inti sunu na amene adan no ni nkofo mu ni nyina no. Ene da ho ya ye hwe.
Sabe pepe.
Inti nkro na wo ha ni nyina no nso afa won.
Nso afa mo. De wo hu nyina ye bia nsuo efia ebi kra ye fia afekra no mu si ne mu no kra
amu ye construction
ni na no nsu afa ye se fia ne bebre na adane island wo hono ko si se nsu no betwe de wo hwe efie ya etotoso ya enye fie ba ko we videos na namwiem no enye fie ba ko enye fie mienu eye fie edoso na nsu ni na nsu na twa ho ahia
nti se ha ni nyina obi afri ho so an
obi afri honom e ba ahia se no na emba no tu a na aka mema ne bi ewachire ye behwe na ye gina ano but e ba ne se ano ye den no na mpenifo so show mo se we mfiri ho no mu ade e ba na no ade na afi de wo mo start so mo ye movement nti eho nyina we eye wo koda mba Prompotem a feria enam kwan no so a e de nkrofo atwakọ otumu se nsuo ne nyina asesa nsuo ne nyina
feri na
eda so a eko
we ko Afram Plains fe no panto kokko ho
sa pepe nti nkrofo ediemia nkrofo ediemia
nti ihe hwe aban emo a wokọ yo mafo na no mudi nkobo no mo se de aban ye no eye enough so mani esom anase emo no mu hia bi aka ho
mame mfa won starting free adedome.
Okay.
Adedome de koduru ho wo hwe videos na bi kra mpenifo no ne wo modi na ade a mame ba akọ de wono obi na no asese de onya kra obeka ho no obeka ho no onye won say nkrofo ni bebre wo ho no mu a sabe bebia wo mo wo no enhye da enye yisa nti oba na
nti onya ba bi fufu
oba na onya 3 square mil odidi anopa odidi ewi odidi enumre na omo say but the enwa ye din a wo mo ntumi enrich wo mo no ye wo mo a wo mo etu wo mo nte wo mo ni safe haven ho no mu a wo mo wo ebia
school dem mo ya
me da bi wo mo wo ebia ahwene me na ade na afa me a me mabusuani no me ni bebia wo te wo wo kokoso nti metu abetina wo nten san krofo no na admofo kire mu a aye din so mbe access wo mo na mo de ehuhia wo amom
na wo wate se ye che ne man se wo so ba wo eti shan hai aduane no mudi no eye de nadmofo na anu ama o ma na se adidom ho no aduane na ede mo ne bia ma me we de o kire se onya kra beka ho no onko biom
enti aduane no wacheche mo mo no wonu se wo se anopa no wonum tea ena wonum koko ena odi jollof aka ho
eya nisa so ntumi ntina ho saa
baby so unim say nipa no dɔɔso nipa ya affected ne dɔɔso nti nye wo mu nyinaa na wo mbetimi anya na sei ebi nso ho a wo wo de ukɔ hɔ no ma ye nya ahwe nti eno na mpanifo hwɛ sɛ wo mu nyinaa betimi anya wo mu chefa wo mu na mmom sɛ wo kan nyinaa bom dia ebɛka sɛ wo mu abadwuma
na enyema wo beti we si ye de 1.5 million ye de call we si ye de sei we si ye de nuane ne ade omo kodru sampotem wo no ma eya na ekosi ahemfo ekosi abanya krachefo na dmofo sese na omo keka ne ma we no aboma enyema ne nkofa ba bi ebekọ ma asem na tom na nkasa ho
asem ba kwa yesu ye bisa wo grounds no because wo ho na wate se enyema we kọ ha wo ho na wate se enyema we kọ ye kopiem wo Buno East nsem na timemfo ne bi no Savannah wo mo wo safe haven ho no nsem na omo kan se omo hu se enyema eba mepe ho na ma omo nya ne se mepe ho nkwa wo mu nyina nyama ne nso omo so nti sade me din kan na kwese se mepe ho no na hit wo mu kese na
ehase kra
ho no so eben nkran chen other places no transportation no easier nti than other places nti wo de nyama ne come mepe no na MP so ho no so obi a oye vocal every single every now and then be update or social media there koso ni mom crofo mo ba ho nyina no omo mention na social media nti wo wechira wo so ebetwetwon say fa niam akọ nti ama mepe ne de wo mo anya attention pa niam na akọ na other places no so na admoko a omo handle niam na ma district assembly no na district assembly any a deputy director general of NADMO aka ho no be ama sa region no omo supervisor ama niam no omo acheche with regional coordinator awo honum district coordinator and afen so timamufo na omo aform committee no omo so aka ho no omo acheche niam no nti omo ya asa no omo ye handover na edeko
nti o te se shine e hyase no obo Afram Plain South eso omo so enso na di omo bone papa na ani nkọ ho ene ho asem no amantem ekwa no so de bi wom sa wo so finkran ha ekokora na wuduru nkọkọ afra koduru tafo akoduru adoso ansa na watwa nsuo no e de akwa Afram Plain South na kwan no wom na so kakra bia no eye a obia se de ye nyina ye boa mepani ade no ebi kọ ho no so anka ye shan meni wo wie de na obeka so far fa de ekoso na ye eguso anso gento bo asa adom brands so ye jeje nioma ye de ekobi
nti oniama ne de nsuo na afa omo ne de eniama no mbe hia dodo nti wa wo bibi kakra bia obetim de aboa no mo eyemfa nkoboa na ayarefo wom ayarefo wom a yaye bi ehun stories e wo ye channel yeso papa bi ukọ mepe ho no ma papa bi wone ne ba omo nyina ya ayarefo papa ne se wono beginning no wo twere kitchen stool bi akondwa yusi wo twere bi na wada so bia na spinal cord ne ya nti no so na wo twere oda mattress so na ode table akondwa na to ho no ma wo twere akondwa na sa wetimi ada ne ba nso wono so wode we sticks bi na nante rollers bi na ode enante ansa wetimi a wedi be 10 years no so be hia mba wo nyina disaster by na so wo disaster no akobro so
abro so
nti akora ne titiriu se obi betimi aboa na yakoya akora imwa ama ono wo yakora wotumi woni ne di nkoma wotumi se waben na adwen mu do a o se wonya wotumi yetumi ye ne nan na ma no na se wotumi nante bioma nka na ne beje pa enti
enya ono video na nanka ya shepa nje sabamu 10 years ne tibio wo mu no na disaster samba to afi fie enye easy enye easy
o me fe honum no se obi betimi aboa ama ya ha ne agbetikpo honum no o ho so safe haven ho a nipa be 500 ena sese aka ewo honum nkro be say district be say num ena wo munyina nkro be say num ena wo mu nsuyi form a wo mu akotena honum nte ho ni nyina no aye bia
para nkete oh
so World Health Organization WHO eba ye a o maka say if you could be every household benya 535 Ghana cedis 535 yeah the every household for 3 months into bosome bia ya bema 535 bosome bia 535 for 3 months for the first 3 months assemnesi say say go beyond that o medwen ho no mo ahwe nti obi aye ne dia o de beboa
shine mame na se ene ebra wanya dia mayen doctor shine akwa ena wotene ka no oyeyen newsroom doctor ena wotene ka no ne nadmo abontoa akọ emiemi ahodo no waka mantam enum ensia kra ena wo mafa ne nyina ho nyina no nya babie na asensuo ne yiri mo babi won ma yen kakran nso no enipa ho aka omakọ ho nyina akọ akọhye sede a enioma etie na yebekọ mabedwafo aye krado enti yebekọ mo nchen na nkomo wo honom no ye dia to aso ama me basisia
bra nadmo mpanyinfo ekọ otimantem mu ekohwe wonom a enam nsu yiri so won ho akire wonom ewo enkrotu anum mu no ena adwadifo a woton bagire yi edito yamani boni animu se nsuo no ayire afa bayirifu a ewo ekrum honom nyina so esenti kakra akuafo no etumi de badwom ema wonom ton no wonom ayire ebo no so pa eno da nchen a wonom a woton nam ekire mu se afarefo kra ntumi nkopo ya ne senti ama nam nso bo ayedene
nam de eni ho kra nipa no kwa ebia ne ru ne nsadi eno nyina ka ho na ama nam no bo ayede na ka fesi no kwa kono timi yema ka toko se am eno kra ye ba pa o chosi to bi mo so se na esin se bi ni montene nipa no ba nam ne ru ne nsani o de ayero upo beto because e bi ni montene beto ade no kwa o su gonto a wo kono Young Kushi, young or better, to better.
So first, no motor in my bansionary. I asked a man for a diamond for your mother copy in Tiama, a Jano and Koyi. Now, bringing us a amount of 4 and who the Dio.
Joshua Makubu, a utimante muswafo, or no and wujina manfuni in an moa, or J and Yama Nadum for a bedroom one mono. Now, if I say Aquaniano so, Eddie decided to Nanan him for Nina any say. One more Rexic for assassin said, maybe that one when this one will be to me a dear.
We know as Sambano. I think even though there are positive there, but I might say I want an encouragement to be able to engage Team Amophone and I am send a some relocation a bit to me. Apparently, we appeal to anonymous say, ya no confound Casa, na appeal nearby say they will relocate her.
Millicent Kabuki Kabu, Biakuye Mensini Cratchy. Wakan domu a wonom ekosra amanfo a wotempotem honom no eho nsem a wodi tuja no eni
yento aso ema ewo hanemo na mekoso akai wo se Akroma Plaza enne wokota krade a ensoma season 6 auditions no ya hyase etibese wo ba na onnemro 12 years na wa wo sha kwada no wadoma chede bi wonimu a woda na die yeye se yenwom to bibie wotumi ye fa oba ne ko na ensuma crew ni nyina no abepiem wo hono ma ye twen wo ba no na ye audition de wo maba nti no entina sefa kwada no kwado pa ya Akroma Plaza eho na ye de bibia ehhehye so e wota di nti munhye ne so sa emame na mabedwafo atenase owura Alfred Thompson ye member MPP communication team member no oka ho na set ofori ohene owura ye kane presidential staffer no sanso ye member NDC national communication team inti ye nyomo na ebedin komo anopai emema akantin kama mache afi machiao so bibi ayo boko ye the radiaste
weekend dey wo life
oh
say bibi akonye at least when you are affected by the flooding too.
Oh baby I'm only there in so ama ho na ehwa na ye hyase afri na me ye bisa no ene se oman so ira form no de aban eye no eye enough mu se de mo ye ne enough a omukra call for state of emergency no mu se aban is in control de eye no ano eye sana hunu no
me aba me chia o
ya no ama me so ama me wadaro
me chia na pay me da se so pay na me chia me aba ma say ye be chia omu nyina omuti ya na pay jumadi a ye di enye jumadi a eye ade a edafom bibi tu obi a nyama pi wo ho a ese wo ye wo de nipa ko no back to the normal state and to a state that is near normal we hu nti jumadi a eye dempa and it's not a juma ese ye fan fala as say oh aba oh ye ntema na ye we wo ye ni nyina na wo de data so to wo hwe dia ekoso wo hu dia esi na dia ese ye to na answer na we nyina be sha ase no em say ye nyina ye nim VR aba abeche ya cheche mu say oye adwumadi a ese odito ho nyina oye according to international best practices nti omo ye adwuma ese omo kire nkrofo no say o at this time bebe bi nsuo no omo ambetumi etu ni ade em say wunu ya na kasa no o cheche moko ho no kan say mba no bi koye ene mba no but mbe ma no si omo de omo ye be ma internet fie na ye hwe echie ma ye ma echie du bebi no omo hu say bebi edu no ese omutu ye kasa sesi a no districts are affected ye 9 statistics are sesi a government kita ye de ye hu ejuma districts are affected ye 9 schools are affected moframa school na penifo school ni nyina baku 46 sesi a say omo back to a standstill ye be hwe ye sesi nyame wie and it's right from Bato to Mepe to Siko Dodome Menya D ni a whole lot of schools are what share communities are affected are not tons are no number of communities are within the North Town district no baku 69 communities now are affected say you to make create about 15 safe havens are more where we are talking about Omaya affected in persons near 12,633 for just North Tongwa. Woko Central Tongwa communities are affected 33. Wo be hwe Omoa ya your friends saying individuals are affected 6,320. South Tong has 28 communities are affected with over 3,000 people are affected. Shai Osudoku has 14 communities are affected with over 1,500 affected individuals. Esojame has 6 communities affected with 1,340 people affected. We call Adan Easter 14 communities. We call Alonga 20 communities. We call Lower Menya 7 communities. Into we share we are talking about 35,939 people who have been affected in Hong Kong. When we say all Kasano can say they are almost for 6 regions. Yeah. There are other places so but we here for just the Akosombo Dam spillage on the ground. Omo ye ejuma ni na no more take statistics because I say omo di bibi ye ejuma. And you say oh sorry na wo can say oh na ya mom you dia na ya mom montade ya mom baby ada ya mom nsuo ni ade. That is not all. I say wo mba ewom ye wo adults mba na moframa so mba na disability not onkwa disabled people are omo are affected 81. Woko Central Town omo ye disabled omo are affected 205.
Okay.
Inti when you na your statistics are ye de ye ejuma. Inti ube hu say aban na afa na say a problem a kese ma omo. Inti omo fe ndi agro. You need to work with all these things. Now say wo boa obi a we hu because obi o ye disabled. A wo boa no no eso mo si mo beye from obia on your disabled. These are all things that yede ejuma. Woko communities no mu a wo be hu say ya ma eduane wo ho ye mom even raw food na ya mom stove say omo betumi aye omo am eduane omo ye. Baby anad mo so aye eduane or the supplement account or the supplement omo eduane omo ye ne so omo ye. Nti we yes obia at least omo de nyama e ko a nye say wo kwa na wakoche. Because yes then there's no control or baby ya de nyama pi akọ on say grofo kasa mo say o mo sorry na mo say mepe mo sorry mo say mepe. Yes, mepe over 12,000 people have been affected. However no say make sure say yes spread there other my friends saying 10,000 or 15,000 plus are affected yen fanko so we have to also look after them. Into yen share how we can all work together, coordinated effect you bet to me abwa communities in VRA is doing so much, over 20 million. Release it to make sure say all the victims are at least lives have been touched.
Okay.
And they are still doing more. And now Ministry of Finance release over 2 million worth of goods and services. Health services say yeah. Every organization here, even VRA, health services, hospital near there, they are on ground. Say, they are doing everything possible to make sure say, adia air kosono, air ma iye aba. And when all this thing is settled and you are back from no sono, we will make sure say the lives are your friends affected by will help them to recap and come back to
the government
is doing so much, so much to make sure say at least nya kra de hu beto omo enti na ene wo te maame no monua no say maame ne se de ono de onya mpa ko betina ho because comfort a ye de mom hu obi nya asem a ye fa politics in baby. It's about helping the person to feel okay because obi aye juma more than 30 years 40 years or they say be a 2-bedroom 1-bedroom 3-bedroom oni ne no kunu na na ye ne mbati ho then all of a sudden insure aba ye homa. The person is disabled. I mean, what's saying life? We had here no. Inti I say we buano in such a way say baby or konompo, baby or tinempo need jek across at least. Anye crampo there we but at least on so any automate straight. These are things I yeah more. Enye idea eye ebia we share NDC color now we share MPP color. It's about helping the people to be okay and come back to normal life. Because all is not lost. All is not lost. And we are working on that.
But I say, Alfred Thompson and now what's in cano set. Nimsa what DHB, shall swab man ye what to be our shady by no or new month for no 18 years, said ya, a sana.
I must say, Mr. Tennis say, Mr. Tennis said they are buying a year and yet. But, one say, Nimu say, mobile spele insure kesiye say. Ebenya effect kesiye almost 36,000 Ghanaians ebe affected. Mind me put to the Abronibeka comprehensive plan to avoid disaster. Yeah, government.
Okay.
Because VRA nim say spillage ebeba. Until then amoya. Omo can say omone communities ni biko kasai. Say omonya then amuka chire omo. The level of insurance alcohol. First of all, so all engineers you're on the ground, they might put in place comprehensive plan. You involve NADMO, you involve the Ghana Police, you involve the Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Health Service, key stakeholders. For maybe 6 months, 1 year. Now needed resources are here to solve the situation. Government are here. I'm not thinking of creating a state of emergency because at the end of the year, certain things, government has to take absolute control. You can't state of emergency here. Normally, government take total control. Na bibia aye pepepe. But I'm not trying. Jangrofo omugunsio, omufie, omudamu ni baby omoda. Afeni struggle, tense way in the. If you are at the end of the year, the government can respond immediately. What did I mean by it? Took other stakeholders in the political system. In Kasa NDC, in other Ansana the America. Grandson President Fi Abrochre Ansana Odi and formal interministerial committee. Yanka who as a party NDC no form interministerial committee employer to even look. Oh, men kasa, but amambu no ye stake room as a political party.
Okay.
A see no as a party no yeah say yeah leader His Excellency John Mahama. Kakra utimi boy no yeah they are common party paying for Ibrahim Mahama no businessman near the Encroft. But they are every key years will be a bisa government and say only must say exercise way a beba. Until then I will year to prevent the air custom. What's in our say Sika maybe ni ho. So she said yeah why. And can say sinisa Munim say bisa oh my creative safe zone. What I say with NADMO leading, likely and Ghana Armed Forces in police service acquire a number of peacekeeping operations or more experience in this area. You create safe zone so that the air course no any For example, Tom saying say you see these are comments that I will advise men because situation in is not a matter of comfort. Comfort be anywhere will be media microphone go through in those constituencies. And I think especially as media people, no, there's some more question government. Government must come out. Didn't hear say see.
Yeah, kakra minim vienre HSE omoye da wo so ento abo e won potem ho mu nyina chiro manfo no de ABC so mo bebie so no ne ade na ekwako se chima sa yaka omo amfa nya adwuma na de abedu babie de no so no o sign no ho e de so bobebo aban na ka ban nya de
mpacho me ba
mpacho me too
via recommend no me kan ya pa
okay
tifane say wona wo head voter authority na wonim say the effect of spillage no ebenya na also many communities ni bi anyo mu nyina mpo ekokasai. It doesn't make, with all due respect, I say we put in place a comprehensive plan. Education, yeah, one part. Resources are moved deploy as the exercise goes on. I say we are with stakeholders. And I say you need a Ghana Police Service, you need a Ghana Armed Forces, you need a Ghana Fire Service, you need a Health Service, and you need a Ghana Education Service. To put a comprehensive plan in place. But I will say make new way kokasaya anti ebanesena de koso.
Okay.
And I also will be crying to fi baby looking at the condition of life. Yenya enim said the omanu mayeden. Onko he. Pacho what I say. Fanesa otim efe. And I have a control maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks to say and yoba inti no pe baby fa okay. It's I think the government should say it's almost a little bit sensitive to the plight of the average Ghanaian.
Inti see aban efforts were put in place the why resettlement or my mom safe haven any idea. Oh yeah,
they are almost best, but the Americans say and so
enough.
Cry.
It's the end of man enough amount.
I believe, say, as Omugusun stakeholders, they are putting things in place. I say, World Food Program, no, you know, the higher than I jump and say, a train, sir.
Okay.
What I say? But Yamsha said, they are ever corner.
May I say, Alfred, proactiveness, as all minor, ye like into the piano at Rencham Nisi and San Yidimika come out at the Sikako Sim. Akutua na mumbisa kasi kebetuma resettle ana
mesrel mesrel aka say NDC4 is either omabon and I'm sorry to say that. It's either omabon and how many times have VRA no come? No, I have the floor. You can write it down. How many times have VRA come? Several times. Several times. No, it's either omabon and I'm because how many times have VRA buy out in Becca and say, how? How many times have VRA buy? You always want to do politics with everything. People's lives. Say what chance you will be fear flag where you want to do. and then you come and sit here and say, they didn't know what they are doing. No. You people should stop doing politics with everything.
No.
Bibia mo person dey politics. Bibia when Mahama was president. When Mahama was president, omo be a bagri dam abuipe. We pay flat day. Ask them what they did. Nothing. I remember my friend say, Otiko office Ajaba. We gathered Nyamaye started say they call before they said, oh, here's how we can resettle these people. What did they do? I don't know if he was working in the office of the president. He should ask himself what they did.
Evidence. Spill in some keke. Who need evidence?
You want to have the floor. You want to have the floor.
Of course, I can have the floor.
So write your A down.
Write your A down. You have to be mindful of your comments, honestly.
When you are helping lives to be restored, Obi Ashe Nedine, Ebia ni TV. This is the first time Obi Akoto TV. Kesi edbesi ni dem. Ni chairs esi ni dem. Ni my friends and company ade. He's lost all these things, and we are trying to make the person happy to at least be in a safe haven. Ni just say, oh, menya hwe krampo government aye bibia mame. Then you come and take politics out of it. And start playing with it. We start playing with it. And then the first time I be in so Akosombo. And then the first time.
Go
and check your records.
No. I think you are completely wrong. Me fee, what we are there. What said me fee?
For program na
what in
for program I mean, let's respect each other. Yeah, we are. Obi kasa. Yeah, di na because people are listening to us.
To the team.
Just admit say
Justin down na be ba no respond na make us say proactiveness. The SCA nyina no aban make effort. Say omanfo de ho behind wo but VR ese ya da ho so mabo amane obi say me kwano mini baby te sika kro de ko ne bi ni ho enti na want to me anko enso na ba abefa wo the issue ni say sika ya omane di room the agric ministry the $40 million and na eco VR di omo di aba later kra no
$40 million is to restore what
farmers. Yes, I know farms enti eni nyina ne kokosi fa kona no
enti listen you can't go and take a $40 million project for farms and a farm equipment in there you can say the kosi dying because you be dam you can't do that.
Okay
enti na me bisa say amambo no ankasa omo ti ase is this the alternative? No, we are in serious trouble. Madam. Because if they don't know how to manage and rule a country, then we are in serious trouble going forward if they want to come to power.
It's not to be about resettlement, no, and sana to maintain we baffle.
Jeremy, even the developed countries, when rains are coming, na tsunamis or America near there, they know it's coming. Do they go and resettle people? Jeremy, even one country in America, omo catch yourself tsunami ba na mombo modin fi aside na monko another your friends and county because tsunami ba do they go and build houses at places say oh because tsunami ba I'm going to resettle you. Sometimes we should look up there and ask ourselves say are they America no does it even make the natural sense? Sometimes we behave as if, because me person by all means, you're winning power now, you're back into government. And say, me kanya maya.
But who say, to say, Alfred, these countries are,
developed countries.
Yes, but sometimes, no more to me, no ahead.
They see
planning ahead.
What did they do?
No to me declare state of emergency ahead before disaster, no. A strike. Into no, what did we do?
What they do is that they inform you to move. They inform you to move. Even the movement, they don't even force you. Go and check videos and things. Go and check
the fact so being to me doesn't say Ghana to me
and I make sure say even developed countries are do baby numpo. Even they haven't got control over. Listen, you can't go and force someone say what pro me 2 by 4 fee.
But in so by the to me make provisions.
When people started seeing that, you have to make provision. As for that, it's something I make out say we share even the statement at VRA. I'm saying we have met international standards in everything we've done. Answer na say me see several times simulation exercises. Simulation exercise obi bisa me say on the set sir, omo nyimpa bako can say did we do simulation exercise to the extent that insuo no ye be call na. And I'm saying if you are doing simulation exercise to the extent that ye be so now it's the same as opening the water. It's the same as opening the water. When sometimes you be say into omanka say omo dream once and omo can say omo kana na. Or it's just because they want to win power. So let us say anything. And when they go and say it and you respond to them, no one say, oh, they be one can ye and now who share a roba bibi. But sometimes someone be some who say, is it in the what they are saying and what they are doing? Is it in the national interest? These are people affected. These are people wait if you obi there, obi wa baby away to akono eyenede. Obi so wa baby away to akono eyenede. But you have to manage those people. You have to show empathy towards them. And when you come and do politics with it, we'll meet you with equal measure. Because you cannot do politics with people's lives.
But set in Pacho,
Malenka, as I went share or the first time I'm in any share program. So we go through their air course or Mepe and the various 9 districts now. Okasa, very careful.
Yeah, man, so mommy.
Okasa, very careful. We are government. You have been elected to man the affairs of this country. Mobile exercise. Monim the effect of the exercise. In such a, you put in place a comprehensive plan. What you say, all stakeholders, including the communities, the people in the communities. Now my role on it out. Now be I then I pepe. But one year, person will admit a fault. Okay, Jam say, me party pepper wine tea, and I may casasa. I mean, Sabiasa. That's what I've been away. 1 year wait,
okay.
As a mercy was a me pepper wine tea, and I may casasa. I mean, and Montanasi, na munche, na as earlier more, dear more, no, but and so any as we speak.
But set to work, I said, we first time, Yaspeli and I say, be a bagre dam, Omobia, yen affected the bar, even wager dam, yen so the bar in your regime now.
Village be a
Pachawadam, my mainland, in your regime.
Madam.
In your regime now, Sir Yaspeni, so and Yasa in party be a new great, so the everything now. But if our man for be a uniform for a same for and a moment of Mutu and Sana Sanso,
every spillage on a level of effect on the community. I believe strongly, say whatever exercise might have taken place under our regime, we dealt with it and made sure it went okay. Who started with journalism under John Mahama and under Professor Mills? What he said, BBC, sir, a critic, maximum effect. What did be said as a journalist? Maybe so. What did be said? I didn't see that. It is all better studio. Now, person can be just to cover your political party. Say, and you see a Nnawotwi then Nnawotwi then I'm beating media microphone. We are talking of government a year comprehensive a year as a Nnawotwi. I mean, it doesn't. You moment I won't be little home because say yeah pepper and TBB. You don't have any plan. At the end see no. Esi no yeah ko crans and even nad more prem ajiman ko ni team surgery ni team ko. That's not true. Pajo what any am pajo yeah do crans and institution na yamamo the powers to take care of such situations. Now obebele mu ye.
Okay.
I mean bem kakra.
But
I mean change no e be affairs no unti. They say under their government when Mahama was in power. You be a bagri dam. You pay. You flooded. They didn't care less. They didn't listen to the people. They didn't do anything. And that was the time I make catch us. I went there with her. We went around. They say I flooded. And we are working with them. We are working with the savannah regions everywhere to make sure say you are alleviating all these plights. Because we feel
being sensitive to the plight of the people. That's a
before I walk on. Via catch us say many NADMO, many GF many district assembly, many even the people within the district, the leaders near there, you know my exercise, ya show their echo, ya show say mutu fi ho, muko hwehwe baby a mo better than where you are. This is what is going to happen. You are going to open the dam. You almost be a catch how the water is coming near the end. We see they didn't do any comprehensive plan. It will plan it then. We'll plan it say Yembrambo and I am by this or yamba mom because oh muna bufi ho and muna mo pe honti muna mo koye we.
That is what they started. That is what they started doing. Say muna jo mama na mo ko hansa na nadmo ko ho. Mo ko hansa na nadmo. When the dam was being opened and nadmo wo ho no, we will say wo ko hansa. So when you sit down
check data mo issue mo interministerial.
Relax, massa. Relax.
Then
Please, relax. And let us do a serious
to the people of this country.
Simulation now, what you say, VRA, no. Na focus na kasano on grounds na ayedin.
Na focus was on the communities. So the community leaders were involved.
How many communities? How many communities? How many?
I mean, this.
No. You have to admit that you are not doing well as a government.
This disruptive discussion, I can do worse than what you are doing. But
my brother.
Because viewers are listening.
How many people?
They are here. They are to so when we are lying, they can differentiate. And because he knows they are lying, so lying? They always keep on disrupting whatever we are discussing. Everything VRA has to do to make sure they are putting things in place. Even after that, and that is why even after opening the dam, as they always do, Mehunda say VRA over the last 10 spillages, resettle will be baby da. Over the last 10 years. On cheme bakwa paper you say
because the impact no and yet to say the
1969 the first pillage, the impact was great. Go and check records. The impact was severe.
And from 1969 to date, yes, over
the 10 times every time they don't go and resettle people somewhere.
Agreed.
They tell them what is happening. They tell them that let's move, because most of them are listen around the riverbeds, and the today no Mississippi. So they tell them that listen, move your AE, because once and when you are going to AE there, you don't have that permit to even build there. You don't have anything. When you are going into area, it will be as if you are being insensitive. But what we are doing now is to make sure that the people who have been affected, and we are glad about that, because it shows there the response team is working. To make sure that we alleviate the death that will occur. Maybe I'm telling BBC. I can't even say it because I don't remember that one. But what I'm saying is, whatever VRA has to do to put things in place, to make sure that people are resettled, to make sure that people after the dam goes down here. Because when you say this year, just to end here, this year the rains that we've received is enormous. It's different from most years.
And how do we prepare?
We have stated over and over again.
Alfred, my because you best to and come away so. Because so Ekai was say and Akroma Plaza e Watakrade and Soma Odise no e na yaba bedru ye keteke no abedru da nura kra ne bedru ye interope ye kra do twen wo fa wo ba no ko onyam 12 years. Na owadoma chede bi wonimu akwada no ye bi ma hunu se me bayi nyame achewade fa akwada ne ko ma no nka da bi anada chi bi ayeso afisi se no na oba no eye ensroma esren wo Ghana ha sei itimi so fa akwada ne ko na ye ntoto na no na ye hwede owo na ye fa do mrankran na ye meguru mi ne ye enfama no ma ye dache ensroma eye takrade Akroma Plaza ho na ekoso tutumika ne fa akwada no eko ye tie we ye basisia.
The entertainment and determination of the James Jachi Kweson's case as Michael and Command Nyimfa versus James Jachi Kweson and two others, writ number J1-11-22, 17th May 2023 by the Supreme Court, is quite unfortunate, though the court, in my humble view, was misled by the earlier decision of the Supreme Court in Sumaila Bill number 1 and Dramani and another 2011, 1 Supreme Court Ghana Law Report 132. Even there, the Bill case was not, unlike the Jachi Kweson case, determined on its merits by the High Court and the Court of Appeal. However, the determinative consideration is that the Constitution has clearly assigned post-parliamentary election matters to the High Court under Article 99 and post-presidential election matters to the Supreme Court. These provisions are specific, while the provisions of Articles 2 and 130 are general the Attorney General, the President's principal legal advisor, and 4 nominees of the President serve on the Judicial Council. The President thus has ample opportunity to influence the nominations by the Judicial Council. Furthermore, because the constitutional provision requires Parliament's prior approval, Parliament has a veto power over the appointment of any Supreme Court justice. I'm pausing here a little. You want a judiciary to be free. Apart from the Attorney General, who is appointed as a political minister by the President has 4 other nominees on the Judicial Council to ensure what? Impartiality.
And more importantly, the judiciary has the bounding duty to hold all other powers, entities, and agencies of state accountable and ensure transparency in their actions or deeds. And in this respect, in that trial was a constitutional court, not just any court, adversarial court. And the Electoral Commission was the returning officer. She was accountable to the people of this country. And the Supreme Court ought to have allowed her to go into the witness box and account to the people of this country. They shielded her to the detriment of our country for today and maybe for tomorrow. And it is a very, very shameful situation. It doesn't show that our Supreme Court is prepared to hold our institutions.
Mamima wakwaba na menkaiwo ese auditions no gusua ekoso ewo Akroma Plaza Takrade yatena se ntino fa kwada no ebrantem na omechede owo esesa kwada do dibru 12 years into ye batten fa aba ne hyedem manimpi ekire no kwan no na ebi oba ya da chensuma esren ewo Ghana eni wiase nyina mabedwafo eguso ewo ha edian megeso ene abena pokoa ahwenne na video sa wahwe eye sembia Justice William Atuguba ede atudwa na Nnawotwi mu se okokasa ye ewo dwumadi encheche dwumadi bi omoye yase ya ochese oman yetemu adwumako no enuma bi atosi kakra ya eho behia se ede osempanyifo pagem na momafo no nya gidie ewo oman yetemu adwumako no kabami kabia mamu na kasa emu ene se de fine pepepe ye eye adwuma na ye bisa se ne seba wo kan ye yaseme mu oduru ewo so man no enya daje ede ye adwuma anase ye dadan senkan ni bia ye wo so bia eto na adwumu ewo ho mame hyase ewo Alfred honom na ye misa se de wo kase the executive no to de bia ya na wo mu influence ewo judiciary ne so no ya na ewo so ene man yo ma bi koso se de ye hunu no no ya ni masandada anasa fe na wo ikronani a wono wote bi Alfred opanyin se bo de tudwai yasema wo so man no nya daje ede ye dwuma anasa ye mfa no sa
ahweni opinion na sem na ye me hu kakra e me nya kakra because when why yes Supreme Court judge that obi appointed no President Rawlings time na President Rawlings appointed no does it mean say President Rawlings appointed no not occur Supreme Court no the NDC government had control over him? That is the first question I say Bisano. The NDC government have control over him. Is that why time I call yes a Supreme Court case no or no any a few others no were dissenting on the case no and now they ruled against the case. At that time the NDC under Mahama pressure him to do that. Because sometimes we say we show political coloration in same P nedeba. I don't know why this time and Obeka asem no. But we enhwehwe man crofo say ebia your friend say officer NDC for by or lobby to become the Speaker of Parliament. Inte say o kan yama dia ebe chese na chese ne kwan da ho. But let's come back to the substantive matter. Substantive matter is say government has control over the Supreme Court. Me, the little I know is say president don't file say work or minister way and now CEO way you have control over yourself and over what you do.
Okay, but the statement after don't make it say ebi a wope kwanya bi na yatene kanu ababa ye speaker no o any evidence to that effect
na I say atete asema mate.
Okay.
Nti ebia based on that na jema all your speeches is here to favor escalation.
Atesem de see mfanya asem.
Oh, atesem sometimes you find asem sometimes you dey asem. Ye twen ahwe.
Okay. Me say
ebia e could do ho there. But I know the anya asem me say ade airport say do ho. Atesem. But well, coming back to the matter no. Yatina say Nnawotwi Supreme Court judges are independent people. Obia wasua law edu bibia we do sa pempenso no. Ye ne wo kɔ hɔ a ye mfa okeken kɔ hɔ. Ye ne wo kɔ because ye nim say wadwuma ebie. Na say eno be catch him say government has influence over them. Sebi, I think it's an insult to his other colleagues or more. Because yes, you are trying to tell them that they are not independent-minded people. They are controlled by somebody. And you're right, and you're fair,
okay.
And you're nice. Say, time when you look at the people, share a friend saying, Justice Sophia Kufo. Nancy Ampo who say, even after the demonstration near there, nobody stopped there. And she went on her own accord. We share Georgina Wood. We share my friend says here we put the latest
Gertrude Tokonu.
Even before her they are not the male they are all people of respected caliber. They are not people say president president who will think will be back just like any other person. We call Supreme Court, I think 70 years or 75, you are done. Then you move out for another person to come. And to say, and they are learned people, they are people of high caliber. Now, but now we can say they are controlled or they are more or less pursued or pushed by government to do certain things. Sebi. Why is Supreme Court judge that?
But Okasa be executive, no influencer. Wouldn't say a year as it is an appointment. I want my president to be appointed. No, it means it's so mujumadi so. I don't know what's the way you want.
That is why I make say me more appointment. If you are 1 year lawyer, 1 year you be an for Supreme Court. That is why I can control you. But these are people who have pedigree,
okay,
in their status. Obia why ye juma? Enya enimtie obi to say Professor Henry Taminsa Bonsu. What share there as a legal professor? Share obi to say Yule Konindi. Why ye juma into sa stage? I feel no better to say because of nipa baku interest or be say anything. When you look at the people there, and yet Nkrofa or Ebia, Obeka say Obi Keka, Ebia unqualified so be do. Just say Ebia, walk on won't qualify, and Obia forces on no akosheho. No, no akosheho no bet me control. But if you are your own person, I will qualify now will go. And I don't think anybody in the Supreme Court is not of that pedigree. Because it goes through a process. And yet, answer never do president or a president best signing off say, yes, you're family. And go through all the legal counsel near the end, it goes through that process. They approve. The bar association near the end, they approve. Into any idea, nipa back now no say, we na me paint and one no. So are you saying that all those people, places on Mukofenina, omo use on my being say, Yenfa Ubia or independent minded, or take law na say, or be chair law no more, or be fat a Jumane to say, on one Juma or ye, Ashe Yum. Why would I want to solve my name because of someone's personal interest? I don't think, me yes, sir, and I don't think all those sitting there will do that.
Martin, may I say, set?
Yeah, and I mean to me, say, Binia Comson, Utie Papana, Thompson, sorry, Utie Papana, mean to me, who's Utiena, because we comment now, why completely at all, yeah. Papana Kasaya, I cry to the stand and say, O President Anando Papa. Time or CG or be president, they are all kind of say political class, no, some level of effect on judiciary performance. Because main topic and then say saying a judiciary ever protecting and democracy. What you say? And already number of cases as see in our history. A support on argument. For example, Osite Media Commission appointment of MDs of state-owned agencies. It happened under our government. Osite, you know. Case no koye no CJ na obe empanel ade or 3 years. Time na JJ mre eye no ansana koye. What you say? That is one. Osite under Kenyan government. Okay. 2. Osite recent EC registration exercise. Microphone be the court. CJ no more data. Beti no na wie den. Ye Osite eno as one. Osite Domevlo case no. Was at the end of the day Domevlo movie near, but na who name for so. Cause time no declare judgment na Domevlo na ya pamono e ma no koda. Into on my instances and Osite Judicial question there no. I was stating it clearly say post parliamentary cases no should be handled by the High Court. Now Supreme Court I handle presidential there if BB's are back. No, society say anyone kase ebia ye di obi akona ye hwepo no no you or kata say nti ye nhwe as a country say ye pese ye nan gina na ye democracy ye tintimu a ye nhwe especially appointments of to the Supreme Court. For example, society we say a Judicial Council no I'm say president or 4 appointees so. It is a Judicial Council na ye bibia. I mean president influence or but even no omo year recommendation no cry say under for so far say presidents no cry no mo adwen tan ko council na recommendations no e bi o no council na year omo mpe dia council na ye dey e di aba. That is all about it. It's about defending our democracy. Okay, it's see, set me try no ho say okay kan ne sem no eba forma at a point no say or advocate ye or say a judiciary no me kind of perform yen say they were from political pressures and ensuring attractive working conditions and secure tenants. And what in Osanso me do Judicial Council. And also so dan chen I will say Oma omunya appoint one as appoint somebody omoko these offices na say positions no I will say it based on merits without considerations be to say oh we the protocol woni mu microphone ti ne afam ye dia fa no favoritism oh we the asomesi penasem nti ne de naba anaso de ye mikrom ne ethnicity nti ne de naba nti no eba no the executive need the pressure na politically no mo de ma wom no a wa mention wo asem o kan ti me say out of place say you be discussing that part. Thank you. Well, maybe the position now if I want to wait Alfred Thompson corner straight say political or attack papa no what you say no maybe or attack Atugba but with all fairness papa no was very objective. What you say or try say some issues in obia why political science political communications law wouldn't say it's an issue. What you say judges term of office their qualification what goes into it are they influenced by political lanes? Are they influenced? Are they influenced? Well, it's arguably yes. Okay. Arguably yes. You can take the United States for example. This is not specific to Ghana. My answer is not specific, but arguably, because the United States, for example, when it comes to certain political decisions at the Supreme Court, you can see clearly where it's likely to tilt towards. Okay. What you are saying. But it is based on their principle and belief in certain laws and certain democratic principles. Nti America say papa we no ono raise ono chere and say dia be ya judiciary no ebe protect instead of say omodi yen be trouble. This is as a result of coup d'etats are happening in sub regions near identity adwendwen a omo nyina omode ba na ya hwe say den yebe move Ghana forward. It's not about attacking anybody. Said the American no praising Nana do papa said your Omodeno Supreme Court say unya issues with the Nkrumah government, you two Nkrumah government ne papa no ebeye CJ ansana my friend saying Kwesi Abrefa victory no obeye executive president. O say ni nyina.
Okay.
And or even go after certain men fancy ye cool for that or share no or ye activists na all can. Say my attack na papa na why be Ghana. What you say? What can we did I better make a chat on the papa na be attack a particular government say ebia say but say yen hwe san nneoma we na we no say for example media commission DAC and Rollins is a recent one under current justice chief justice don't have law case ni na ebwa
na me pato me follow pa obi be ka say adenti na se wo mu na we realize san nneoma we nyina eye the fact unu sanu na beboa ma the judiciary no aye independent no mayo madwuma yie a protect democracy said the wokanya aden na wo wie betina fia sana ma realize be kan sansem we whilst you are in office wo be Canada point ne ehun say owo mu na oka nti wo se ehun say eyampa
you see such officers no ye wo otha omoswe. What you say? That is my understanding. Okay. What you say? Na anyoma bi o ho wo within na mo betimi deliberate ebia as a judicial council as the Supreme Court omo as judges omo way omo share. They can deliberate on it. They can make recommendations to the president, but not to your knowledge. We won't say emba public. What you say? So no say on your challenge at a time for 6 months. Na panel no. What I say because or take a decision that did not favor the in quote the CJ then and the government at the time. What I say or go through. What I say I know say to the extent also called justice Pegaho to complain and I advise whatever be cited. Until yes or complain you or but or appropriate. Omwe map on things, but they say we retire to I more of a judicial activist and or kasa.
Mamena said, Alfred, few minutes on this.
Me kasa no. He chose the part no befa SUT or no. In a meso measure part or drive on people's integrity. Yama will be appointment to the Supreme Court. That is the integrity of the individual who has gone there. So who can say the person can be influenced or is influenced by the executive? You have dented the person's integrity. Because as who can say the person is not an independent-minded person. The person cannot think and accept and act on his own unless the executive catcher say, yes sir, na my yes sir, to say zombie. And we are talking about oath of office. When you go in as a Supreme Court judge, you swear the oath to respect and abide and protect the laws and the constitution of Ghana. That is the first and the foremost thing I say will swear. Okay. So whatever you do, it means that the laws of Ghana is supreme. And nothing that will bow. Whether the person promoted you or appointed you or not, he appointed you because of the integrity you hold. The integrity I will cherish it. The person I will hold your demeanor near there. Until I back you for big power and you obia only a drink and you obia not drink wolfum and you obia wabodam. You see that the person's mind and you should be supreme. Obia wouldn't say or independent minded say a banner say yeah laws of Ghana and now you're shenyama echo under the laws now affecting no. And you have questioned those people's integrity at this point in time. Even the the appointment of these people is not only done by the president, it goes through a process. Or more years are processing now, their image is dented by what you are saying. And these are the things as a yes, now you're protected because the moment you do that now,
say true, na what respond na yenko ene said the media kan bo wa mane no gamanye na dede o ma edro to so me ensana na kwa kura ene na mamre ne amane kwanso ensisa gu akwanso mo de ehwe no mape no krabre ene anwumre nti chief jerry forsen CJ e wo hono ma yekona ye crossover na ya hwede e wo hono CJ emfanto yanim
Mijina ya ka manche palace ena mijina e won kan ha north kanishi ena amamra ni amane a yede kata gamanye na dede o my draw ya otoso miensa ene na yakata na chikrakra nti na wufusum ena na pay yede ahyehyɛ so ewo Gamanche Palace Hanum and a pay any bedroom but before then no say Usha Chroma Chromuna Ayedin as answer Emra Nanama Hemfo Gan Traditional Council and the bar and say enemy mashup Bia MBA eti yanam kwan so ayeba mu se krom nyina ayedin a ne abehu ane wo ma omoton enuane ti se koko ne wache ne ade e na abehu se wo mo ewo krom na make us say afa ne ababesha osom no ankasa ase already empanifo bebre e wa ha me hu former speaker of parliament Professor Aaron Michael Kwe o ha so and MPs ne ministers nka ahodo nyina e wa ha se ye ka na dede wo man dro ho asema obi a yede ne si so Baya 59 years any opani wa ha mene no ebetwetwe enkomo opani Adom TV sunie yamawache
yo meje woso
na mbacha wudin
twi no mi nti
okay to bet me akankran obet me akankran yenim se enana ya wufusom de akata gamanye achikrakra eye yo no eho hyehye no atesen wadaroma obet me akankran
yo acho mi ni jesi ankra mene wonfe gafe manye e ala niji na dede o medru yomo ne eta gaseno 68 years e wo je mene e bon manye yeli e wo che wonfe yala ojugba
yo yenim sa hyehye bebre e wo ho enne na ye ewufusom no ankasa abreba ne be hye ase sanse e ba han mache e na fe hyehye no so etesen wadaroma
yo manye yala femo je gidigidi akefio agmo tuition ni manye ne yo je no ni wochole akrasity sheye manye keje ganshona ahun ka gbe midie keje midie kemo kotoku kemo nyana ogon keje jame laun ke lomi ahun ke ba noni wochole koklobite ewo meje shon ni aba ewo sana ngmetwishi koni ke meba san dana ba wo yala no ewo je ni achecho ene twishi to wogafio
yo mejiri sa samba kwa be 3 days ni na ene na mframam se eye no kra the injunction bi ato so mejiri se eno ho ensem no de se de akotodin ana tesan ankasa
lelen me ko me kaka me ba fe manjwani shi aje nekeno na chole injunction aje ya jame ewo injunction ko be afe yala na afe lojugba ene game chole afe yala trala denche
yo me ba ya me hu afranka mako enso se enam bia yi so ba to sa flax no ehwa bakosam kakra tesen na me fa wonsi
ene chobo heni gameje aflanga na hie ona ke aflanga ko kwa oba no klopon ye no o klopon ni yo no chon ake noji asereme ko ba asene o kloponji ame okadi ahi he kodan ni heni ahie acho jame akra neke akra ne eye kenan shipono jame jieni game ame yo chuchu ni ame shija na ame bakush na ame shikush na kush ya nuecho Ethiopia na nyea uni ngmene game baje na ame baje ewo no na okadi oklopon la jebia na akeje kenan shipono ojogba
meda wase na adasa ajibreda fe woni atwetwe nkomonti opani na yane no akasa no efranka no na eka ho asem no eno na hu se enam edwomu eho no maka se wo ba ha no ma security e tight pa se wo ba ha security e tight operative for any soldier for a maka wo mo ha no not less than 500 and maka wo mo ewo bia hanom ebiem nso so accreditation se wonkuta bia enya de wo mbema kwan na watimi edi djuma ewa ha se wonkuta accreditation enya de wo mbema kwan na wadi djuma wa ha ye hu ahemfo o ma chada ye miamia ogwa ahemfo ba bia o mote asante ahemfo ba bia o mote achem ahemfo sanso na ayigbe ahemfo o ma ahemfo ahodo nyina ewa hanom a wo mo apɛ bia de ama o ma wo mo etete ana mpanifo bebre nso so ewa ha pani ba to me no nkasa kakra Adom TV so nie oba kankran Obakan kai. Me bacho wudi.
Acho me nila ate actually the second.
Bacho wudi bre wo ye hwan.
Me free ayawaso nti ayawaso sencha jimi. Ni manye na egbu wo kunyo poteni. O bawa na fe manye ya la. Yo waje ayawaso bi e woba. Yo ja asene kotoponshi. Yo asene boy. Asene manche manye me fe waka bepa. Yo fe ala nye wa ono fe ala. Ika mi shaba.
Yo na dede on my draw say e kasa kan ho asam kakra. Say wo se ofi wa busu ami. No ye nipa ben.
Oh, na dede o nipa. E bomade sani. Na dede bomade sani wa na wole po ndako. She be an embada. Na wo mi lumo ke fite na ejemi. The contribution mancheme akpe mi ke dike manyema akpe me is very good. Yo, ye wa no foot kwafale. In anke undu moje anke Jesse Ankra, Reverend Jesse Ankra. Am fita na wo na de yo fen wo ye bi no ba wa na fe ala.
Okay, me da say. Eti osha pen for do na ma so anse. Opani bako ewa hanom mene no akasa ba de be kɔ na fe ya hwɛ ne ekoso ma me fa nkɔ pro kakra amanfo ewa ha yankɔ ba bia MPs no any ministers no ewo no ne hwɛ sɛ ebenya mpanifo bi ne ani omo atwetwe nkɔmɔ a the place is beautifully arranged wo hwɛ sɛ ne ɔma yɛ nkyɛ ewa hanom na efe pa bia obia betena ɔma hyɛda edi nkonwa sisi hɔ esiesie hɔnom ekama sɛ meka na dede ɔma dro ho abakɔsam kakra 1963 and Yadini si Akonyaso at the age of 29 years, 1963. And Yadini si Akonyaso at the age of 29 years. And he say, "Sha, what's Akonyaso? Beye in fear, beye edunum and watche, echo edunum and kuno emu enono. Yemra me ho honorable Nilante Vanderpoy, ewaha. Yaneno ebetwetwe nkomo MPs dodo no anso so ewaha. Yanemo ebeka sanafe. Ya share the Echo live Adom TV so honorable Nilante Vanderpoy wa ha menene nkasa kakra okay ya be hwe na fe me hu honorable Sound George so ewa ha owie na fe ye ne no atwetwe enkomo me hu MPs bebre ewa ha honorable Eves Ninoy so ewa ha ye ne no ebekasa na fe ye bisa no ensem baako emienu na ono so etimi ayi ano de aman honorable Adom TV so ne yema ase
nua
bibia boko de
nyame adom boko
nyame ase enne ye eda soronko eya rehoda de ba minimini anwa ha oba ahema a ye jamu no yi ne ho abakosam kakra eden na onim fa no ho
dedika me cheweti efo nyina yenim se wasom Ghana papa asanse asom the Ghana state for several years na said wa onim no ye jane chira kwan ene ye bon pai se bibia be ko jojo mbeme adom na repremu no ye the replacement aba ono so abe asum Ghana na asum nkan nyina
ade ba ko a menim efa oba hema no ho ene kwan na ofa so preserve the Ghana culture customs ene ya wetwa na ni ahweban kwan be na ye fa so atoa so esan se amama na amane ne bebre ho no ma ye ya ato atwene honorable
and mo bia no kra na waka no wo hwe de ekoso ha wo say culture na na display no na they teach you one of the difficulties the Ghana state is facing language the language disappear and it disappear because of the pressures of hosting all other cultures in our land na media idea na makoma so pa me say e be form dey nim no omo yen adwuma to train Ghana teachers to train Ghana students so that the language and the culture will survive. Along the coast and in fact all over Africa, it's one of the biggest problems that you are facing. English language now you adapt it as the official language, suppressing indigenous traditional languages. Maybe we want to say an opportunity. Say one day in the week, and you be dedicated to the indigenous languages. I say it to me so that maybe I say radio but on just one day of the week throughout the city, that's in you see Ghana language to do a programming at least to keep the language going and the culture going and revive them.
Honorable Eves Nino, a member of Parliament for Tema Central, and Meneno Etcheche and Komono. Honorable Sylvester Tete, MP for Botiano English, Amanfrom, and so Ewaha. Honorable Sylvester Tete, MP for Botiano English, Amanfrom, Ewaha. Sly, Adom TV Suni, good morning.
Good morning.
Nyame
edi ache na so enye boko sa ye ene wo hwe de ekoso wo ha very beautiful, rich Ghana culture is on display. Ninyina say Ohima Brempong Kesiepa Nyami Atoni Safreno. And then the entire Ghana state, ye Neapeno Crabre, kama. Ye shall see and ne Oshed ye Kosu Haya. Ye Jano Kwan said ye Ghana. Amamre ni ye Bobre STA into Osha. The entire Ghana state and Ababe Shawaha na ene ye ni Jano yapeno Crabre ni Jano Kra and Nona and then Uhunwa Hai. It's another Yeniabre. Ye weyemo. Now, so this is the time you display the rich culture of the Ghana people. The can say a solemn moment for some of us. Your name Nnawotwi Yi a solemn moment for us. But Ebemano a befitting barrier. Now you're bidding a very beautiful farewell.
Osha Abraba, Oma Hime, and a Praman Krima Day of a boy. A dear and also said, what Jadiama in Chimanua, you bet me a shasso na yesia.
Wa ye obia na onye media person and intina nipa bebre ba ye gan adang before no ye nimbua osum ye wa resolve a lot of conflicts within the Ghana state and even beyond. Wa ye ejuma abua ema women empowerment ahodo bebre e wo krom ha na oye nipa bia sabe ni fie ko enim kakra onye the media person as usual ube hono said yo ye bia oditu abontin. But the way I want me a bois ma asumdue aba what me a bois and crying a him adona ano or functions that only one echo said your mumbe bois a him for a hodwa yede asumdue beba the Ghana state. Oh you'll be a woman who has Bonnie Binka. Very difficult to have any bad news about her. And Ucho say she lived well with all manner of people in Accra. Accra is cosmopolitan in nature. Even when you're placing ban on drumming now, the idea no, she goes out of her own way to educate people within the Ghana state. And Ben Piru, Tama Obehunu Ye Pa Yebra, Yedi Homo, now Ubefi ha, and now Ubetie, the wise council, they are the idea. And for us, we've lost a very influential person. Yajidi said, Watiti Nipa Ahudo Bebria, Wamonsu Babwa, Madagan State,
Midas Papa, Honorable Sylvester Tete, MP for Botiano English, Amman from, and Aunenekasa, and Mesaka, Honorable Sam George, MP for Ningo Pram. Jata, good morning, Adom TV Suni.
Morning, Media, Pipia Boko.
Namiadum. Minimsa and Chadanya de Papa, it's answer Yenina Yaraho, Yawa Yim, na de Oma draw ya and what that for me. Say Mekasa Kanwa Bakwasam Kakra, then on him fano.
Wait, there's some guy in we know because your mammy paying, no, Ohima, Oshe, Gamashi, and traditional gas states, you know, or no, so and what's not so at check. Na wedi o mine Ghana states na Gamashi no wedi name indignity and Nyawaye no ebeding say ebenya obi a obegina obabe jidi na ade na obi biara ye beye no say obeye gamanye no there are big shoes to fill as ye be kan wo brofo no because mame we ahwe Ghana states no for well over 3 to 4 decades wedi ye gamanye and she was one who was extremely dignified and yeshwe adikese pa
me kenkan ho abakosam kakra no kwan a ye fa so a preserve Ghana culture ade ana edana koma so pa ntina o championing say na o kan say nia obedina de no will have big shoes to fill no kwan me na oni hwe ye fa so atoa so preserving the Ghana culture say na the paramount queen mother na oye no fa no
and we share waha we share ye amamre any ye abakosema e koso waha no a bo say yenso ye wa amamre pa na eyade a eda ye bi mukra ya akoma so enti obi biara oba be di na ade na e say nipa no ono so onto asa ekonom because share greater Accra na ye wo we be schools no bebre na Ghana Education Service and posting Ghana another teachers and co school no we be school wo greater Accra region ye three ewo ho nanso ye wo mu ni Ghana teacher. Me as MP say my father as personal project every year me sponsor about 15 students to University of Education Winneba Now we have bachelor's degree in Dangme. So that one bet me be teachers e wo me constituency. But what we are Dangme teacher now you posting in the Akon North. Now you posting in the Akon Ashanti region. Okotre Dangme wo ayeden. And it is something we need to work. I won't say Greater Accra cosmopolitan, but you won't prefer Greater Accra. You want to get before no chrome. Ya sase. And I say ya mamre. I say ya chaye ma sa amamre no ya kasa no. I say ya to me kan ya kasa no ha. Ya chaye ma no ya kasa because ya kasa ya yira. What must say me no kasa obi kasa na me no kan. You want cry. So
so kan esan kan kan.
What must say and ya kasa no ya yira. Enti eyade a eda yakoma so pa na eyade a okuhu ntokwa na yebeto aso okuhu ntokwa make sure say especially ewo your schools mo no every government school say wo mo gandangme teacher a obekire because wow ye kire kasa na enye kasa no pet na ye kire kasa no any amamre a ewo sa tribe no mo enti ya mamre yira because ye kasa no yira. Na say wo na wo kasa ene wa mamre yira ende wo so wa yira
enkambom unity finally me gidi say ade ana enkambom ade eda oba pani na watwa na ahwaban answer na ye ba so state nsem ba ko I wouldn't want us to delve into, but that cohesion enkambom of the Ghana state beyond ye be say ka wan sam kakra na fe ede nkomo no esi ono
enkambom ni de ya ka ho sem sa ye beda so aka because say enkambom ni entema ahwowo baba be fa
ene na memu akwaba aba studio Chief Jerry Forsen na hunu no e wo Ghana nche na himfie edwa kese ni nyina eye Ghana manye na yiwa ekoso no na yedi mu amane ama na yemra studio sa na meba mabedwafo ho na ye rapia pa ne sa se enche be san ko Perez Dome ni ahwe se de ahoboa na tenyambo otina eye Adom praise na waje so ba me se ye behim na ya hwe ho asenti no ye behim afred ye behim nyambo otina
behim da mo ehimeme ntimi de me nkan hwe maka mo ma me invitation book ga ma me bi ntimi ntumi mba metina fi ahwe nya hwe Adom wo se me mo ti
bachode
the Ghana state po asije se kose
okay
omonya omehwe omade and then yenene to ha ye kwotiesie bibia na ye the final e aba sana motube ye obi foforo na asem kasiesi say omo kan say shops and close ni ade na problems bi and confess omo sika ni ade but omo so omo kusuma omo ye say ye respect no, and that is why I can say dueni amane hu po ke e awojoba gamanye aya wojoba e wo nyamedin mu beka
me that say
you
what's it kind
kakra
oh okay
that don't mean can be American
oh me wan cry mo ja kakra e wo me
mate
ho say nya
papa na wo mame
me mame me wa kakra
ene say nya say kakra mame dia wo say
mame dia wo bi
oh
ana wo mame no 50-50
men kana sa
set ma buti
oh ya ma Ghana state ni due am say Ghana nye adane na chi na ya bompa ese nyame o ya nyame no obeje ne kra na wanya baby partner me ka sa na me dia chia Ghana nche menem se na ni aye ko nyame be hwe ni true menene na ko school
oh okay
no di ma chi o school or secondary school okay nti nyame anhwe o mo so na ya bompa say ma basa bia ba because nanka ye hu say bi no mo de court ni ade nti ono asgam manche no ne mpanyfo no omo exercises nimdie no na asomdue nye den amba Ghana state na omo yi gamanya foforo e wa asomdue that's
Madam Sainti, mabedwafo na
1 minute
anopai
1 minute
meniomo akase pacho meet
any week na MPP for ye koto
na wotwe
ye da obia say the way ya conduct hu so far na atwitwa I want kakra bibe mu but still we managed it well. Mesre say next week ye kwa ye koto abani yi me de mesre maybe so mo say omokwa omontoma number 2 Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ono no order number 2 wona 2 sure na wenya 2 direct na yenim say mo si nyama
no so I politics
ono na obetumi amba na ote economy na say a obetumi adandan nyama ama here because the world over we have an economic crunch.
Okay.
And then America say Sweden ebisa for $7 billion dollar relief omode ko show central bank. It tells you say all over the world no sika sema ye basa but yenim say ono ti ase ne de obetumi adane dane nyama ama yen. Nti ye besre say yenhwe yenye focus na ye say obia leader bia ni time. This time we need an economic guru obetumi pushing nyama ama yen, and that is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We believe in him and we know that
what can we do? Dr. Bawumia Nnawotwi Yi. Promise on another my Ghana for Nnawotwi. Say growth you cry revising it to 1.5.
Some was so no your vice and you know na it take short no.
On any head of the head of the economic management team. The economics of management
is an advisory
body. Constitution as a mandate in a constitution.
Oh,
you're an advisory body.
The high level of
Masa.
For
economic management team is an advisory body.
You know, I manage economic teams throughout.
But and I was
and Nana Dona Magana what you say, Dr. Bawumia, and Ebe handle the economic activities at my.
We are talking about world economic crunch.
Inflation.
Inflation said there's a world economic crunch. World economic crunch about. Let us all sit down and say
over 40%. Inflation
is it only in Ghana? Is it only in Ghana?
Yeah, revising it to 1.5. Exchange rate, they say I'm 12 cities.
Mate, what
is it only in Ghana? Problem say economic crunch.
That change in Naya was Santi, Perez Zoom, Adom praise, Nyambotina, ye be him, to know. You got that change in Hona, or my uncle, what said, yeah, and what said that to us way.
Adom praise, the Quals edition, 2023, a day a brew. Na se one ma nyame ya duma wa china na je se wo ye ho time no 3 but me asim upon free asori anu wasim no aba ba pie mu ewo Parish Chapel no ewo Jolo Bishop Ajenasari na so dan kesiem na fiesia kesiem mu na ye de your friends say Adom praise e de ebrewo ene Saturday anopa Archbishop na sorry them and ya say set up into mamfa wurem na hwe senia set up no asetie omo ye light ba no stage no so drums ahodo na rehearse ahodo ya pruhu kakra bi ade atrewa na che say ene ye no ewa ha na che say obepie mu ade de bia adadin enti ohwe atrocities ahodo na che say ye adwumayefo no ewa ha omo ye adwuma ehwese nyankopon ya adomo a Sunday ebebo be 4 de that's a dwumadie ni nyina de asese so enti bo se nkonya ni nyina na je se ya setting up mu na mo ba ha munti ya set up bibia ewa ha ene ya hwese de twatwo kura ya no ba wie na watumi aba enti wonto ticket a also hwe na wotɔ ticket ntem na je se wosusu odi hu aba bedimu na Adom praise the Quals edition what to me a Johnny and here and the sound for check on sound speakers I would idea not just say yeah babe him but you be din kobo kakra omo hwe se dwumadie no ebeba so no eba ne the technical aspect the ban logistics aspect kwa for hudu mbeba nyina no ene ye ba bedi hu enkomo na ya hwe senia adwumadie no ese eko but just mami fa him preparation is so far
preparation ya shisha nyama no asobe ho no ya shisha musical instruments na dia e was stage so ya lighting ya fe ya sound check line checks na dia de ti shene ekoso ya nkonya so ya shisha bi dada ba ye go so ya input wa mema bibia na adwumadie na akoso kama
enti nyankopon ya aduma ye nim say Sunday ba be 2 o'clock na is obi atrase na red carpet na shase anamwa
ba chopa Pacho wa o share sisi ana wo tie ye e wo radio so na wo share wo TV so no kan ho say we are special guest na we obi a ya to nsa fro say bra ne ye be edi abobo a Pacho mo make sure say mo be time no so and say one uber later abefa okon ho
obi o ba le obi gina onya akonwa
nti we are special guest na ma special invitation na make sure say obe bantem say be obenya wa akonwa say osaka no yeah.
My company one year in the producer edition of Adom Praise 2023. I will review about it.
Radish Ramena way.
We say me share a room. Na me share senior as a preparation in decoration. I say we no a big we and say then see that the whole Ghana. The first time I ever seen Amwa.
I say Adom TV, Adom Brands, Adom FM. Yedi Huji BBM1. We lift it from one notch to the other notch. It's normal for us. Doing bigger things every year is very normal.
You say I Adom Praise, I Adom Praise. Yeah, class edition that, and the whole Ghana year who say Obia year event our year class edition that. What is too special about class edition this year?
Medase, on say number one, you come multimedia. Debia yedi animu ne ye nneoma obi anya ebida na afoforo ne nyana ahwe na omasua. One other things why you hu ye ne say ye program bia enam say omu afoforo ne di eji na omusua nti no na e was every year bia e na beto ye the yeah you say na individual musicians ya peja wo kro we say mu through Adom Praise ni adade nyina ehn gra no mu free e ko twi mu free asori dem ya asori dem nso o mu free kwa mu ene bai ndi adan na ene ye nko ba bia factory na e produce sa individuals na ya raise over the years no enti no ye say this year no ene ye ko factory na ye produce individual no na ye de ye han ato omo so go ye nim say we ase afene nyina oti Brooklyn Tabernacle kwa oti big class what we are saying, yeah, in Ghana, say, yeah, we have very good choirs, but we are not putting light on them. And the share the way is economic as no, any young fan to choirs and so. I don't think you ever be dream, baby, I dream. And I can tell you, the choirs are excited, the churches are excited. Obia waka obia ye dwumadi bia. Na the then say even the choirs were part of the production process. They gave input. Oh, yes, and it has been.
Obi pese wo ba Perez Chapel Nyankopon ya adoma wo kira by 2 o'clock onyanya ticket ni be ntoye ehfa no benya ticket ni bia.
Okay, so we mu aye wo 11 class multimedia kwa kan 11 oba multimedia obenya ticket ni bia to churches ni nyina woko Assemblies of God your friend is in Cedar Mountain East Legon obenya bia to woko Airport Shell obenya bia to. In fact, all the churches now, part Action Chapel, Royal House Chapel, your friend is saying, baby, all the churches now, but say only any of the unions were you was short code. I will be to me. I thought ticket is
Obi per se bia. Onu men ha baby, but opesa obedru gate na no nya bia to obetumi nya bia to.
Oh yes, gate na no so ye ton bi wo ehase. The most important thing is say, would you make your way to this place? Take it out better, I would be remedy any problem. So one pay a yin so ash.
Oh
yes, of course. Obia Baba Minister for the first time on Adom Praise. Intino queue bewoho. And this whole person who avoid the queue. Why you make up papa be near red carpet? Now to me could red carpet. Yimuna afina kwa koto ticket. Any is better say we kwa koto ticket nansa. Waba. Yeah.
That's it. Yanko Alfred. We Alfred wa answer charge yasaba. Alfred. Ebana technical. Yenim say una we the head of technical. Mo hwe say ye be hye no man nyina wie. Afina abo ekwa 10. By watching na are ready for the program.
Osha sound for a almost sound check, and hopefully the plan is to finish everything today. Class na sound check for morning 90. The plan is that by close of today, we watching
Omom we assure them say they will experience it, and not only Omom Bebana say oh show TV so say TV radio so online. We want you to feel the experience as a technically we are all aligned. Our service providers are in and they are working towards having a successful show.
Mama kwa banti die koso e wo Perez Dome na wo hye no na ye kai wo mpacho se wonya to tikita enye late ubetumi aba yen reception abeto tikita na so de fa phone no de hia ne se wo momo e wo phone so wo sika kakra e wo so nti ye star 714 star 003 star 3 hash misiso ama obiem ye star 714 star 003 star 3 hash na wasende na wo de to ticket no ye 70 Ghana cedis ye ni VIP de na ye ni bia ni nyina no e bia ye 70 Ghana cedis bra da ye nyina ye nkobom enkoda nyame ase Alfred bo nsisi asset but oboneto tickets is here but all badun praise pen wo experience bi
menye bi da ntina na kadesi am se mo ma experience so mo ma ntenye hwe
obi anka so ba obi so dem so ma just e be cassette yo
me penesesi ama fama me no bia wo show no so mama invitation na me ba
say
na ma ba
ye ko nya me aye nya mbo na oh but
e say woni ne ko ma me
o ba se me ne ko
woni ne ko adon praise
o declare bibia
ma declare bibia
e do declare na o declare
se oni won ko adon
set na watchna
ye kwa watchna ye be ko
but I say
nyame ya do watchna ye be ko
no problem
great come to
then turn on fire ye can na wa no bi anti say ye kan wa asem
o de ma pon say ya pon
this ya de won ga say bi wa pon
oh definitely eti ya for the tiefo ye guso ya hoboa ye di ye sorry so understand who invite me
next Saturday be share program na across the nation
oh what the me was studio until ye were reporters across ye were ye be ye adwuma ni
me ma showdown
me ba cho ye do see anopay na wo twidwuma die e na wo hye ma me na wase e se wo kan me ho edi am gye so ene abena poku a ahwene na mabedwafo owura Alfred Thompson woko NPP amanyoko ni mu a national communication team no oye member na owura set ofori ohene NDC national communication team no oye member omo na ebeka me ho yedi nkomo ema wo no ene na woche na NPP ekoto aba ede mu Frank Atuni leader of the party ahead of 2024 general elections ye bewo grounds your election headquarters panye kwa na beto forma ye di mu amane ne beba na wo hu se de bekokosi se abatu atwa to wo bekenkan na omato din sasumasi anobenten na etu franka no ye de sa amane ne nyina ebema on e ma refi enso mfi se ene yeyi audition no ahyase e wo Akroma Plaza ene ya ahyase Akroma Plaza takrade fa oba na ekọ mo amo frifri mate mo amo bempen takrade nyina no fa akoda na kwa wo hwamen ko ade na oba no unim so wo talent ampacho obeye the next biggest star ewo Ghana ha say Sroma no ono ana oba no fa ne kosesi ene na wotwen so eye Accra audition Mikado Hotel ene yebeye no Accra audition no intime so ya na wo de oba no aba na aye fefefe mada wase ama omo ene hye ene tie wutie wasempa 94.7 a yeda wase ye pa yeda wase emroso production crew ni nyina no medamase esi ohene Frank Walanyo Nyonato akwasinsia Sarah Opare ye me director no pay camera sound setting lighting munyina medamase emroso makrao ye besia bim na ochise ne